Here's something almost nobody notices. Some of the weird things you already do with money are the same patterns millionaires share. Do you double-check prices even when you can afford it? Do you delay small pleasures but spend fast on things that save time? Do you think in terms of long-term relief, not short-term excitement? That's not random. It's a signal. The problem isn't how much you make. It's which habits you recognize, and which ones quietly work against you. In this video, I'll show you 7 strange money habits that separate people who stay stuck from people who grow. And the first one? Almost everyone gets it wrong, and fixing it can change how fast your money grows. You don't check prices because you're broke. You check prices because you're disciplined. You understand that personal finance isn't about what you can buy, it's about how you decide. This habit shows strong financial psychology because you pause before spending and let logic lead, not emotion. That simple pause is one of the most underrated finance tips that separates impulse buyers from long-term builders. You might walk into a store, see something you like, and instead of swiping instantly, you compare options, read reviews, and ask yourself if the value really matches the price. That's how to make money decisions without stress. Think of Warren Buffett driving modest cars for years, not because he couldn't afford more, but because money habits like this protect capital. You're not cheap, you're intentional. You've seen this mindset in movies too. In The Social Network, early on, the focus isn't luxury, it's leverage and long-term upside. You get that same idea in your daily habits. Every dollar you don't waste becomes fuel for investing, learning, or building income streams. Over time, this single habit can free up hundreds, even thousands, per year. You also know that checking prices trains your brain. It strengthens your money mindset by reminding you that money is a tool, not a trophy. You start seeing purchases as trade-offs, not rewards. That awareness is the foundation of real financial education, especially if you're trying to grow wealth without burning out or feeling deprived. And here's the quiet power move. Once you master this, you naturally start paying attention to where your money actually goes. Not in a restrictive way, but in a smart, controlled way. That awareness leads directly into the next habit, and this is where most people either level up or stay stuck. You don't track small expenses to punish yourself. You do it to stay awake. You know that personal finance isn't wrecked by one big mistake, but by tiny leaks that happen every day. Coffee here, app there, random fees you never questioned. This habit sharpens your financial psychology and gives you quiet control without stress. You might use a simple app like Mint or an app, or even a notes app, just to check patterns. Not daily panic, just weekly awareness. That's how to make money habits stick long-term. Studies show people who track expenses even loosely save 15 to 20% more per year, not because they restrict, but because they see clearly. You've seen this idea play out in shows like Suits. Harvey Specter isn't micromanaging every dollar, but he always knows the score. You move the same way. You're not obsessing, you're informed. You understand that financial education isn't about perfection, it's about consistency and awareness over time. You also know that tracking small expenses rewires your brain. It trains you to ask, is this aligned with the life I'm building? That question alone can redirect hundreds of dollars a month into investing, learning new skills, or reducing debt faster. These finance tips compound quietly, just like interest. And once you stop bleeding money in small, invisible ways, something interesting happens. You start feeling less pressure to spend for comfort. You realize you can wait, plan, and choose better moments to enjoy life. That naturally pulls you into the next habit, one that separates short-term pleasure from long-term freedom. You don't say no to small pleasures because you're miserable. You say no because you see further. You understand that how to make money long-term often means choosing progress over comfort. This habit isn't about sacrifice, it's about strategy. Your money habits are guided by future outcomes, not today's mood. You might skip upgrading your phone this year, even though you can afford it, because you'd rather invest that $1,200. Put into an S&P 500 index fund, that same money could grow significantly over time. This is financial education in action. You're trading momentary dopamine for compounding returns, and that's a powerful money mindset. You've seen this logic in movies like Rocky. Rocky didn't chase comfort, He trained when no one was watching. You move the same way with personal finance. You delay gratification because you know discipline now buys freedom later. That mindset alone puts you ahead of most people without you needing a higher income. You also know this habit protects your mental health. Financial psychology shows that people who plan ahead experience less anxiety and more confidence. You stop feeling controlled by cravings and start feeling in charge. That sense of control spills into other areas: work, relationships, and self-respect. And here's the shift most people miss. Once you get comfortable delaying small pleasures, you naturally become more thoughtful about why you spend it all. You stop chasing things and start chasing outcomes. That question opens the door to the next habit, and it changes how you see every purchase from here on out. You don't shop out of boredom. You think first. You understand that personal finance improves faster when your brain works harder than your credit card. Instead of scrolling stores, you ask better questions. That habit alone protects you from most financial mistakes people regret later. Before buying anything, you pause and ask, will this actually improve my life or income? That question is pure financial psychology. It forces alignment between money habits and real goals. People who do this consistently tend to build net worth faster, even with average incomes, because every purchase has a purpose. You've seen this mindset in Moneyball. The team didn't spend more, they thought better. You move the same way with how to make money decisions. You optimize value, not appearances. That's how you avoid lifestyle inflation while still enjoying life intentionally. You might choose to spend money on a course that teaches investing basics, like learning how index funds work or understanding cash-flowing assets, instead of buying another short-lived gadget. That's financial education that pays you back. One smart decision can out-earn dozens of impulse buys over time. And once thinking becomes your default, shopping loses its emotional grip. You stop buying to feel better and start buying to move forward. That shift naturally prepares you for the next habit: how you respond when money decisions don't go perfectly. You don't beat yourself up when you mess up with money. You pause, breathe, and learn. You understand that personal finance mastery comes from feedback, not perfection. Instead of spiraling into guilt, you look at what happened and ask, what is this teaching me? That response alone shows emotional maturity and strong financial psychology. Maybe you invested in something that didn't pan out, or you overspent during a stressful month. Instead of ignoring it, you review the numbers and adjust. That's how to make money habits evolve. Most wealthy people didn't avoid mistakes, they just stopped repeating the same ones. One lesson learned can save you tens of thousands over a lifetime. You've seen this pattern in movies like The Pursuit of Happiness. Things fall apart, but the main character doesn't quit, he recalibrates. You do the same with your finances. You treat mistakes as tuition, not failure. That mindset keeps you moving forward when others freeze. You also protect your self-talk. Financial education isn't just spreadsheets, it's how you speak to yourself after setbacks. Shame leads to avoidance, and avoidance kills progress. When you stay calm, you stay in control. That's one of the most overlooked finance tips out there. And once you stop attaching your identity to mistakes, something powerful happens. You become more confident talking about money at all. No fear, no tension, just clarity. That shift leads directly into the next habit, and it changes how you communicate about wealth forever. You don't tense up when money comes up. You stay steady, clear, and grounded. You see personal finance as a tool, not a measure of your worth. That calm tone reflects strong financial psychology, because when you remove emotion, you make better decisions. This is one of those finance tips that quietly changes everything. When you talk about budgets, income, or goals, you focus on facts and next steps. No drama, no fear-based language. That's how to make money conversations productive, whether it's with a partner, a friend, or even yourself. People who communicate clearly about money are more likely to hit savings and investing goals, according to behavioral finance studies. You've seen this in series like Billions. The power players don't panic when numbers shift, they discuss options. You do the same in your daily life. You treat money like strategy, not stress. That approach strengthens your money habits and builds trust with the people around you. You might say things like, "This doesn't fit my plan right now," instead of "I can't afford it." That language shift is financial education in action. Words matter. They keep you focused on control and choice, not limitation. Over time, this mindset reduces anxiety and improves long-term outcomes. And once you can talk about money without emotional spikes, you start noticing something deeper. You become more aware of how your words shape your actions and expectations. That awareness sets up the final habit, and it's more powerful than most people realize. You're careful with how you speak about money, even when no one's listening. You know that words shape behavior, and behavior shapes outcomes. This is deep financial psychology at work. When you say things like "I'm building," "I'm learning," or "I'm getting better with money," you reinforce growth instead of limits. That's a powerful money mindset most people never develop. You avoid phrases like "I'm terrible with money" or "I'll never get ahead." Not because you're pretending, but because you understand cause and effect. Proverbs 18 verse 21 hits hard here. Life and death are in the tongue. In personal finance, careless words often turn into careless habits. Guarded words lead to intentional action. You've seen this play out in movies like The King's Speech. Once control over words is gained, confidence and authority follow. You experience the same thing financially. The way you talk about money affects how you save, invest, and recover from setbacks. This is financial education most schools never teach. You might start each week by stating one clear intention. This week, I protect my cash flow, or this month, I focus on learning how to make money smarter. Simple language, repeated often, rewires your brain. Over time, those statements influence decisions worth thousands of dollars. That's how small shifts create massive results. And once your words, thoughts, and actions finally line up, something clicks. You realize these habits aren't random, they're connected. Together, they form a system that quietly changes your future. That realization is where everything comes together, and where the real transformation begins. Think about how this started. Opening your bank app with tension. Second-guessing small purchases. That constant feeling that money controls your mood more than it should. Now you're not guessing anymore. You know why money slips away. You know which habits help, and which quietly sabotage you. That alone already changes how you move through the week. Here's what matters next. Don't let this clarity fade. Pick one habit you learned today and apply it this week. Notice how decisions feel lighter when you're not reacting, you're choosing. And if this kind of thinking helped you, hit that subscribe button so you stay close to ideas that actually reduce stress instead of adding noise. Now, if you're ready to stop improvising and want a clear path you can follow without overthinking, that's exactly why I created Holistic Health. Nourish your mind, balance your finances, transform your life. This isn't motivation. It's a structure you lean on when life is busy, a step-by-step way to rebuild money habits, remove debt pressure, create steady income, and stay mentally grounded while doing it. If you're done feeling behind and ready to let money support your life instead of draining it, take the next step. You'll find everything waiting for you in the pinned comment. This is where control starts.